From architecture to painting and sculpture, literature to live music and theater. Radio 111 presents Bonnie G and Brian Mendoza with The Desert Scene, your connection to culture and entertainment in the desert cities. Here's Bonnie and Brian.
And welcome to The Desert Scene. I'm Bonnie G, here with my wonderful producer, Brian Mendoza. And we're really happy to welcome today Jason Graae, who is doing, is another wonderful performer doing a great show at CV Rep on Thursday, July 28th. Hi, Jason. How are you?
Good, Bonnie. How are you doing?
Good. So this looks so exciting. It's Jason Graae. Graae Matter is the name of your show. I'm looking at your bio here. So you are from Chicago, Illinois, and started out playing the oboe, but kind of ended up taking a different path. So tell us that's a great story. Tell us about that.
Well, thank you. I'm always happy to talk about my oboe. I started out as an oboe player, and I loved it. I was a complete oboe nerd. I started playing in sixth grade and played all the way through high school, and I was acting at the same time. And I kind of thought, oboe is where it's at. And then I went to college. And, you have to make your own reeds when you're an oboe player. And I don't know if you're familiar with the oboe reed, but it's a real pain in the butt to make.
Okay.
They're tiny. They're made of reed, and you have to wrap them around this little cork, which then fits into the oboe. And I think the odds are for every 20 reeds that an oboist makes, one of them actually works out.
Oh my gosh!
And these odds were not. They were not sufficient for me, Bonnie. So I said, you know what? The hell with the oboe. I'm gonna pick up my tap shoes. Damn it.
Yeah. And so you just went there and had success pretty much right away. Yes.
Oh, yes. I was an overnight sensation at 19 years old. It was really fantastic. People are still talking about my Chino in West Side Story at the Lyric Theater in Oklahoma City. I actually played Chino. I am Danish-Irish, and I was cast as the Puerto Rican murderer in West Side Story, which, nowadays would never happen.
Yeah.
But in Oklahoma, I was definitely probably the closest thing to Puerto Rican in the musical theater world there.
Mm-hmm. And so then when did you go? You went to New York and did some off-Broadway and Broadway stuff. So tell us about that journey.
So after I went to SMU in Dallas to study oboe, and I really didn't like my teacher, and I hated making the reeds, so I quit. And then I transferred to Cincinnati Conservatory of Music, which was, it's still, it's become one of the top three best musical theater programs in the country. At the time, it was, I think, one of the only three musical theater programs in the country. Okay. And so I got a great training there, and my entire graduating class, and I moved to New York. I think there were 9 of us by the end. And so we all moved to New York City in 1980. And so I lived there for 15 years, and I did a lot of Broadway and off-Broadway shows. And I think my first one was Godspell. After I got in there a month, I got cast in Godspell at Equity Library Theater, and Scott Bakula was Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he was a really sexy Jesus, Bonnie.
Okay. I believe you. And I'm just looking at your awards. First of all, 4 Bistro Awards, 2 Ovation Awards, a Joel Hirschhorn Award for Outstanding Achievement in Musical Theater, Artistic Directors Achievement Award, 2 New York Nightlife Awards. So you did pretty darn well in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, that's New York and L.A. I got a few things, which is good. I tried to stay away from the Tony Awards, so I've been really successful in that. But I do have all this host of other awards, which I'm thrilled about. I will take validation anywhere I can get it, so I'm delighted.
And so then you also done some TV, quite a lot, actually. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, so I was living in New York for about 15 years, and I came out to LA to do a show called Forbidden Hollywood by Gerard Alessandrini, who created the magnificent Forbidden Broadway. And so this was the LA version of Forbidden Broadway called Forbidden Hollywood, and it was really, really fun. And so the entire cast, we moved out from New York, and we just got so much TV. It was like a great way to come to LA. So I loved it. I was like, wow, you can make money and not have to do 8 shows a week, and I didn't have to warm up singing every day. And so I enjoyed that a lot. So I did a lot of stuff on must-see TV. I was on Friends and Caroline in the City and Frasier, and I did a lot of stuff on HBO, 6 Feet Under, and stuff like that. I haven't done anything in the last 5 years, so I've been a complete loser in the TV department lately. But it was really good there for a while.
So now, are you right now? Are you based in LA or in New York at the moment?
I am now based in L.A.
Okay.
Although I just got back from New York. I was there for 3.5 weeks doing a bunch of jobs. So I live in L.A. I love L.A., and I go to New York for all my work. So I know something's very wrong with that picture, but it's a nice combination.
So, all right, so let's talk about the show you're going to be doing here at CV Rep. And I'm looking at some quotes here. Jason perfectly captures the mood and atmosphere of the cabaret experience, from entertaining novelty songs, which he infuses with his own apt sense of humor, to ballads interpreted beautifully. That was the New York Times. So, hey, so tell us about how you...
that was me. I thought that was my quote.
Oh, okay. Maybe it is. Okay. So tell us how you put together the show that you're going to do at CV Rep.
Oh my gosh! Well, I love coming to Palm Springs. I performed so many places there, many people's living rooms, but I've gotten to sing at the Purple Room and the Annenberg and the McCallum, and I just love any chance I get to come to Palm Springs, and I love the people there. So this one's kind of a mixture of many of the shows I've done with some new stuff thrown in. So it's I like to keep it fresh, but and kind of change things up a little bit, and also I don't like to throw away the stuff that works, so I hold on to what works. So I kind of mesh it up a little bit. But so this will be a new version of the show that I've been doing, and I get to work with Wayne Abravanel.
I love Wayne. I've worked with Wayne. He's wonderful. Yes, he's fabulous.
Have you worked with him?
Yes, I'm a singer, and I sing in town. I've worked with Wayne. Yeah, he's terrific. Absolutely.
Oh my God, isn't he great?
Yeah,
I love him.
So do you have a mixture? Yeah. Do you have some musical comedy stuff, some like Sinatra jazz or standards, or is it kind of a mix of material like that?
A lot of my stuff's Broadway. I do have a couple Cy Coleman standards, and You Fascinate Me So will find its way in there. But I love Broadway, and I love got a couple comedy novelty songs that I just can't not do because I love doing them so much.
Yeah, and by the way,
I'm sorry. To mix it up.
So good. So you were right. That was your quote. The New York Times quote, I have to get this in, calls you a frisky clown with a real tenor. I love that.
Oh,
that's an interesting quote. That's a nice, yeah. So, well, Jason Graae, you're
that's
very
better
funny.
Than I could have come up with.
You're a very funny guy. Have you ever done stand-up? Just straight like stand-up comedy?
Well, definitely not straight. But I have, people ask me that a lot because I do stand up in my show, I'm terrified to do stand-up without the safety net of a song following it.
I hear you. Yes.
You know what I mean, Bonnie?
Yes. Because comedy audiences can be brutal if they don't think you're funny. Yeah. So.
I know. And so I really feel like I'm a stand-up tease because I do that in my cabaret shows. But then, if you're really tanking, then sing a Rodgers and Hart song following it.
Exactly.
And you're okay.
That saves you. Yes. All right. Well, Jason Graae, I'm so excited to have you on the show. It's your show, cabaret show, Graae Matter, CV Rep, Thursday, July 28th, 7 p.m. You can get tickets at cvrep.org. What a lovely chat with you, and break a leg. Have a wonderful show. I know it's going to be, and thank you so much for being here today. Really, really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Have a great day, Jason, and everyone out there. We will see you next time on The Desert Scene.